what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
Hey everybody, it's the Dean from the Dean Gardening Show, the Dean 13 Gardening Show. Look, I'll keep it short. I just wanted to show you guys, because it's now daylight savings hit, everything's changing with our plants, our gardens. So I was out here this morning and just looking at my lettuce and seeing if anything needed to be done, you need to do while it's getting hot with my plants and also my lettuce, and also show you what I do. Okay, now look, as I said, my camera, I have to move around, so you'll just have to be patient with me so I can show you what I want to show you. Okay, now, can you, no, now, to show you my lettuce if I can. Okay, now I'll bend down here so you can see me. This is my lettuce, okay, and as you can see, I planted all my lettuce by seed, okay. I believe that's the best way. You can transplant it, you know, in your seedlings, but it does better if you can actually put it in seed. And as I said, with my soil, I just mix cinnamon with that, and not a problem. And as you can see, I've got marigolds growing in with my lettuce. I've got all types of lettuce growing because it's beautiful. My family love lettuce. You know, the purple and the green and the rocket and all that sort of thing. And I also grow beans. Beans with my lettuce and marigold, and they, as I said, they're all doing well. They get on well with each other, so that's a really good thing. I haven't had a problem. So because the weather is now changing in daylight saving, I've actually come out to see whether it needed water, and which it did. So I gave it a little bit of a drizzle. Okay, not too much. Don't do it in the sun. Lettuce does not like to be watered in the sun, whatever you do. And also, my tomato plants. This is a tomato plant I'm actually growing at the moment. Can you see that, guys? It's called an Italian Heritage Tomato. Now these are so plump. They're as big as your hand when they grow. They're amazing. So I thought I'd try it again this year. And they're just wonderful. They're a wonderful tomato, flavoursome, good for cooking, good for everything really. So that's another one. And I have all different types of tomatoes growing in here because it's a section that's separate from the lettuce, and the lettuce doesn't mind. They're all companion planting. So I've got that growing, and it's growing fruit at the moment, which is really, really good to see. It doesn't get a full direct hit of sun. It has that morning shade, and then in the afternoon the sun comes around and it stays there for a couple of hours and it gets on fine. I've got my basil. As I said, when I see things at Coles and that sort of thing, I bring it home, put it in water for a couple of days, wait until some roots grow and chuck it into the garden, and it's beneficial and it grows really well. I've got some corn here. I'll show you guys if you can see. Oh no, actually, sorry, garlic. That's garlic. So there's garlic, basil, and chives. Chives are in here as well. So that's all companion planting, and more tomatoes up the back, which I'll show you in a couple of weeks. And marigold, of course, if you plant that, you won't have a problem at all. And as long as you use your cinnamon, you're doing well. Now look, let's try and get over here. It's a little bit cramped here. Now, if you guys can see me here, I hope you can. I've got some corn growing at the moment. It's just growing in pots with tomato. This is a patio tomato. Okay, so, and it only stands about that. And it's a bushy little plant, and it's really good for pots. So, and it's a sweet little tomato once it comes on. And it grows really, really well, as I said, with the corn. So that's another thing. And I've got chives growing with it, and of course the basil. You know, the basil that I got from Coles and that sort of thing, and it's growing. So it's amazing what you can get from Coles from your herbs section you think you'll use once, don't. Remember, put it in a glass of water, watch it grow. You'll have endless times of picking that plant and going, wow, wasn't I silly all those times of chucking herbs away. So there you go. I've got some watermelon and cucumber growing in this. I don't know whether you guys can see that. See that? Watermelon, cucumber, marigold, that sort of thing. Marigold loves to be in there with the cucumbers and watermelon. Grow them together because they're amazing. Once they grow, I actually have a little, the one hand man watermelon. It grows in one, you know, you can hold it in one hand and it's amazing. So beautiful, so sweet. I grow them, but I don't grow them on the ground. I actually have a little trellis. They love to climb, and as long as the melon and the cucumbers aren't too heavy, you won't have a problem. And as I said, always watch your magic ingredient, cinnamon powder and clove water. But anyway, and I've got my capsicum growing there and doing really, really well. I didn't grow this from seed. I am growing capsicum by seed, but I thought I'd buy that because we all love capsicum. It's getting so expensive nowadays, isn't it? Yeah. So, and another type of tomato. That's a cherry tomato. Okay, I love my tomatoes. My family loves tomatoes in summer. And who doesn't? Lettuce, you know, basil, chives, all the things you need for a salad. You think, oh, I've got to buy them. So, and where I won't have to. So there's more tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, basil, of course. Basil on there, a little cherry tomatoes, which is this one. They're called Tomato Profusion, and they're a sweet little tomato, and they grow in abundance. You know, 6 on a little vine and that sort of thing. And they're a top taster. They're excellent. So, and also now, I just want to show you. Can people see that? They're my cucumbers. Okay, I grew them from seed, and I've got watermelon now growing in with them. But what I do is, because I don't like to put too much into the ground, because of the climate change and, you know, too much rain, all that sort of thing. So I like to do a lot of potting with my veggies, and so I've done that with my cucumbers, and I've made a trellis. And I intend to make another trellis up there, but I just have to wait till they are taken now. They've only just now started to run and want to climb, so that's taken a couple of weeks. But as I said, I've got baby watermelon growing with the cucumber, and they love it. So there you go. And some strawberries. Look, strawberries are really easy to grow. I put you know, chives with mine, vigorous. And they do grow, as I said, with the cinnamon. Everything grows with cinnamon powder. But anyway, so that's what I'm about to do now, you guys. And as I said, always use your gloves when you're using things in the garden that are toxic, or working in the garden and working with soil. So that's a really, really big, important factor, your gloves. But anyway, so now what I'm going to do is my magic ingredient, okay, and you can actually sprinkle cinnamon powder over them in the sun. I don't smother all my plants, but I give them a good coating, and that protects you when you're working around your garden for insects, mosquitoes, that sort of thing, and promotes them. They love it. The bees come, butterflies come, all that sort of thing. Ants are kept away, and apart from that, it's non-toxic, so it's really nice. And as I said, I believe it's really good for asthmatics, and children will get on board. Let them sprinkle it over the garden. There's nothing toxic about it. Animals, you know, that sort of thing. But so there you go. So all I basically do, you guys, is I'm just gonna sprinkle just like that, just like sprinkle over my lettuce, because I still have a few seedlings, and I like to always, you know, maintain my lettuce over summer. I'm forever planting lettuce seeds. There you go, just do that over your tomatoes, especially fruit, in case anything wants to attack the flowers. But as long as you're planting with your companions, you wouldn't have a problem. I just do it on my seedlings, everywhere basically. Don't worry about it getting on you, won't harm you, and on your cucumber, there you go. That's all you need to do. So isn't that amazing? So remember that. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial on what I do with my veggies. And now, as I said, daylight savings hit, so everything could change. Of course it will. And you might see over the back here, I've got a big bucket of my banana fertiliser. So, and it's supposed to be strained today, which I will do. I won't do that in front of you. It takes about half an hour to do. And I'm going to have a cup of tea now after this. So when I do that and strain it and dilute it and put it on my plants, I'll let you guys see what I do. So there you go. So I really hope you enjoyed that. Take that on board. Lettuce is not hard to grow. There's so much, I think, that you'll find that is beneficial for you, your family, and also if you get on board with, as I said, things from Coles that you may think, oh, you're only going to use once, and you don't chuck it away. Do yourself a favour, put it in some water, watch it grow, everything will grow, okay? And as I said, with cinnamon powder, kids love it. Cloves, you know, your little clove water, that sort of thing. And as I said, do yourself a favour and start saving. Okay, now, until next time, bye from the Dean 13 show, and happy gardening. Bye, everybody. I've just got to actually turn my camera off. Bye, everybody, from the Dean 13 gardening show. Bye.